and Black in the building. Oh, man, we made it back another week. Did he come back? Did Jesus come back? We'll try again next week. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there, man, doing what they need to do. If you have the Core Plantation, get your paper, cuz. Do what you gotta do to survive, man. Don't be listening to these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers trying to shame you because you got a Core Plantation job. Man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. Nah, you ain't finna shame me. I gotta go to work. Because on payday, that shit gonna hurt. So you better go to work. Shout out to everybody out there, man. David, from No Compromise. James Youngblood, man. We definitely got to get live. We just got to get our schedules together, but we definitely got to do that, man. We got a lot to discuss. I seen James Youngblood's comments about the big three and stuff like that. So we definitely got to do that. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Shawnee, Philly in the building. Erica. Erica, Florida in the building. I'm sorry, Erica. I didn't put, you know what I'm saying, when I was talking about Dr. Boyce Watkins. I got love for Dr. Boyce Watkins, but this ass needs to stay in his lane and stop clout chasing and trying to jump into beefs you do not want no part of. Shout out to everybody out here. Everybody, man, my family. You know, just everybody out here that's trying to do what they need to do, man. Shout out to you, man. I got a lot of interesting things to talk about today, but the first thing we're gonna talk about is Miss Carlee Russell. So I got a audio that I want to play so we can listen to what happened to this young black sister out of Alabama.
This morning, family police looking for this woman, 25-year-old Khalifia Carlee Russell. The details surrounding her disappearance are alarming. Hoover police say she disappeared from the side of I-459 around 9:30 last night after she called 911 to report a toddler walking on the side of the interstate near exit 10. Now, after calling 911, she stopped to check on the child, called a family member to tell them what was going on. Well, that family member lost contact with her. The line, however, remained open. Now, when Hoover police arrived to where she was last seen,
sounds like a setup to me. Sounds like somebody. You know, people could do that, man. It reminds me of The Purge. They have a kid wandering the street and crying. Matter of fact, I watched this movie called 30 Days of Night with Josh Hartnett. Very, very good movie where they go to a town in Alaska and these vampires, whatever, they go through towns in Alaska and just eat up the people because it's 30 days a night. And them vampires let a person roam the streets screaming and hollering, oh my God, help me. But they was waiting for somebody to help so they can kill them too. So that's what it sounded like to me.
Found her car still running with her belongings inside, including her phone and smartwatch, and they have not received any reports of a missing toddler.
So we are certainly following this very closely this morning. Family and friends are meeting at the Hoover Met right now to get the word out, but to begin a search as well for Carlee Russell.
And our Jonathan Skinner is live there now with the latest on that. Jonathan?
Hi, Mike and Janice. Yeah, we're here with the family and friends as well as the parents, Carlos and Talitha Russell. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you all for the coverage.
Yes, ma'am. So first, what's sort of the last thing you remember as far as seeing Talitha, seeing Carlee, and as far as hearing from her as well?
Yes, I last spoke with Carlee about 9:18 last night. She left Taziki's and was headed home. She picked both herself and me and herself up food. Then she talked with my daughter-in-law about 9:36. She told her she saw a child on 459 right before exit 10.
And let me tell you something. Shout out to that sister, her mom and her pops, and the sister who stopped. That just shows black folks' compassion. You see how people, we're very compassionate. We will stop. You know what I mean? If it's a little baby running around, we quick to be like, it's a little baby out here. Call the police. You need to be with your parents. We're different. We're socialized different than every other racial group. You know, most people, they just keep driving down the highway like they don't even see the little baby. But us, we have compassion. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying others don't have it, but we definitely have that compassion. I'm talking about, you could be at a theme park. You could be at a regular park. If a kid come up to you and they don't know where their parents at, black folk, we gonna get in there and take charge.
that appeared to be 3 to 4 years old by themselves. She's pulled over. She called 911, but in the process, at some point, she got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond. He or she respond. And then she heard our daughter Carly scream. And from there, all we could hear was noise, background noise in her phone, which we later found out was noise from the interstate. And so they have found her wig and her hat and her cell phone that were in close proximity to her car. So if anyone sees Carly from the pictures that we have put out, just keep in mind, because her wig came off, her hair will be braided down to her scalp, so she won't have, long hair or anything like that is reflected on the picture. She pretty much has cheekbones like me.
Yeah, she's a very, very beautiful girl. Beautiful sister, too. Gorgeous sister. That doesn't surprise me. Them sisters down south be bomb. Gorgeous. They don't need all them surgeries and all that shit. They got beautiful skin, high cheekbones. They beautiful. This sister was gorgeous. So it sounds like a setup. It sounds like somebody just let the kid on the road and told the kid don't say nothing. If somebody stopped, just let them see how you are. Then they kidnapping motherfuckers. That's what it appeared to be to me.
Pretty much our face is the same structure. So that's pretty much all the information we have. We do have some indication that there may have been a gray vehicle that a trucker saw that pulled in front of her car at some point as they were passing along the interstate.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And that's all the information or leads we have at this time.
Yes.
So I just ask everyone, if you would, pray. We are trusting God. We are staying positive. We are not allowing any negative thoughts to enter our minds. So all that we're doing is trusting God, believing God that our daughter will be brought home safely.
And you have a lot of support here,
Yes,
family and
we
friends
thank
as
God
well.
for everyone that is supporting us and has been.
And I love the black folk in the background because they not doing no smiling. They all got shades on. Because I know what them black folk thinking. If we catch these motherfuckers, they going to be some dead motherfuckers. That's what them black folk thinking. See, that's what I like. You don't see nobody in the background crying. You don't see no dancing, twerking, and acting a goddamn fool. That's what I like to see. Now that's called being on code.
Supporting us since they heard of her missing last night. So we're just eternally grateful. And again,
we have more support coming.
We
want to continue to apply pressure to this thing. We don't want this to die down. We need this to blow up. So if anyone sees anything, no matter how minute, no matter how insignificant you think it is, please contact 911, contact us, and just keep us in your prayers.
Absolutely.
And we actually these people are here to help start a search party. Anaya Blanchard's mom is also on her way over here to help lead us in the search of. She has experience in it, and she's going to give us some pointers as well. But we just ask everyone to please, 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 wherever you are, if you're not in Birmingham, whatever, they could be in Georgia, we don't know, Mississippi, Tennessee, anywhere, just please keep your eyes out and be vigilant.
Absolutely. Mr. and Mrs. Russell, just thank you so much for your time, and we're definitely all praying for you all as well to help bring Carly home.
Thank you.
Reporting from the Hoover Met, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
All right.
Obviously
Very disturbing.
learning more details there. This is
Okay.
very alarming, very
disturbing.
Jonathan, thank you. Man, we got to push this out even farther. Folks, you see this picture, share it, please. Let's get the word out.
All right. Now, there are news reports that she has been found. Let's see. Yeah, here, let me see. Let me read it. Let's read it. Let's see. Which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Missing Alabama woman, 25, is found alive 2 days after she vanished while screaming down phone to family about approaching toddler she found wandering on the road. A missing 25-year-old woman who vanished after saying she was pulling over to check on a toddler who was wandering along an Alabama interstate highway has been found alive at her home. Carly Carlethia Carly Nicole Russell was on the phone with her sister-in-law when she got out of the car to check on the child, she said, the family member then heard a sudden scream and shortly after lost all contact with Russell. When officers arrived at the location, they found Russell's car, along with her cell phone, purse, wig, and Apple Watch in the nearby area. They don't have to put the wig shit out there. But Russell and the child, she claimed to have spotted, were nowhere to be seen. On Saturday night, officials in Hoover, Alabama received a phone call that Russell had returned to her home after knocking on the door. Police Chief Nicole Dersies told the New York Times he's not sure how she got there, but nobody was with Russell on her arrival. Exactly. Very, very good, gorgeous looking sister. After the police and the fire officials confirmed it was Russell and evaluated her at the scene, she was taken to a local hospital. No further information about her condition. Her condition has been made public, other than one person familiar with the situation said she'd been dropped off at home, according to WBRC. Hoover police had not received any other calls of a missing child. One witness reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle and a man standing outside of Carly's vehicle, but police say they had no additional information. In the process, at some point, she got out of the car, and my daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. Of course, black folk always do that. Her mother, Talithia Russell, said the child did not respond, or at least she did not hear her respond or hear her respond. That sounds like a setup. Well, at least she is alive. That's the most important part. That the sister is alive and well, hopefully, and that just gives us a lesson of what we need to do and look at and how we need to move across this United States of America Incorporated. Because you don't know, man, and you know what? That could have been a setup. That could have been a setup. That could have been, oh, let's just let this Tyler walk the streets. Somebody will stop and feel sorry, then we'll snatch their ass up. You don't know. You don't know. I remember one time, this was a long time ago. It's a long time ago. Man, God, this was a long time ago. I was with a bitch, and we was kicking it, driving or whatever. This was probably about 18 years ago, something like that, 18, 19 years ago. And we was driving, this is in Las Vegas, and this bitch was laying in the street. But I never really told the story. This bitch was laying in the street, but you saw a car in the cut. And the windows was down in the front seat of the car, but the car was like probably about 10, 15 feet away. And it was at nighttime, and she just laying in the street. But the car was like ducked off, and you could see people in it. Now, I remember I was with a bitch was like, oh, we got help. I was like, no, we don't. That's a setup. Look at that car over there. And it was people looking. But they didn't have that look like they was concerned. They had that look like we about to rob somebody. So that could have been a setup. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. You know, you can speculate anything. I just think, sisters, we got to be on point. And everybody got to be on point. And that's sad. You see a Tyler, you ask a Tyler if it's okay, you call your family, you call the police, then somebody snatch you up. That's crazy. I just think we got to do more of our due diligence when we are trying to help people, because this world is a cold motherfucker, especially United States of America Incorporated. Motherfuckers will kidnap you and hold you for ransom and play all these bullshit games and shit. You don't know. You don't know. So it's very imperative that we have a different understanding than the understanding of, oh yeah, now I'm just trying to help them. No, some people want to help. Sometimes, look, let me tell you something. When I'm pumping gas, motherfucker comes to me. I remember I was pumping gas. This is recently. I was pumping gas, getting gas, and motherfucker came up to me talking about, man, you got Cash App. I said, no, I don't got Cash App. Nah, man, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, because I just need somebody to catch. Man, nigga, I'm from L.A. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's that, hey, man, you got a couple of dollars, man, I'm trying to get home. Or you, man, get the fuck out of here. And then here you are trying to Cash App somebody. That's cyber crimes. Man, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck I look like trying to Cash App somebody? Or, man, I'm not help you with shit. I hate to be that way, but in this United States of America Incorporated, you got to be that way. And unfortunately, your own people are trying to fuck you over with no fucking problem. So it's like you got to be on your square no matter who you dealing with. How many times have y'all heard me tell y'all, man, you're fighting a whole bunch of wars. You fighting each other, and then you fight every other racial group, and then you got to deal with the dominant society. That's why black folk be so crazy. I was listening to Kwame Brown. He was on one of them sports podcast, and it was like, yeah, sometimes it seems to come across like angry. He said, what do you mean? I told y'all. I like Kwame Brown. He be saying some real shit. He was like, I told y'all, I didn't have no father in my life. I didn't have no leadership at all. I didn't have no leadership, so I don't know. I got to draw from what I know. So yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm upset. I don't have no leadership. And I'm constantly being told that I'm mean, or I'm this, and I'm that. Yeah, I have a right to be angry. All black men have a right to be angry. They treat black men like we public enemy number one, and that is true. That is very true. And when you don't have leadership, same thing. When you don't have leadership, you don't have a father figure, like your real father, your parents in your life, your real mom and your dad in your life, it plays a toll on you mentally because you don't know. Let me tell you something, man. All you people that grew up with your mom and your dad and all that, you have a different type of identity than people that didn't grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I didn't grow up with my mom and my pops in my life. So it was very hard to understand what your identity is and your XY chromosomes and how you deal with it because you don't have that example in your life. It's easy to have some type of an example, but a lot of times when you have your blood father and mother in your life, that gives you a different perspective on how you should move. It's just true. And let's start being better teachers of giving the information to the next generation so they can understand what they're dealing with. This generation is not as strong as us. I can tell they're not as strong as us. You know why I can tell they're not as strong as us? They on their goddamn phones 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to figure shit out. You got to hold their hand. You got to do everything. No, they would not have survived in the 90s. The 80s, time, you would not have fucking survived because they think technology is where it's at. No, technology is just rocking you to fucking sleep. And technology is picking certain people that they want to be wealthy and be rich. That's all that is. The chosen fews and twos. So, man, we got to understand that, man. You got to get, I'm glad that sister has returned. I was watching this, before I go, I was watching this movie last night, The Greatest Beer Run Ever, about Chicky Donahue. This motherfucker went, during the Vietnam War, he went all the way over there to Vietnam to bring his friends some beer. And the whole way, first of all, how the fuck did you get over to Vietnam during the war? Because they thought he was a CIA agent because he was white. And then when he got there and he saw it first before he got to the war, he talking shit to everybody. Hey, man, show the president respect. And that's the fucking president. Like typical white people. Then when his punk ass got the fuck over there to Vietnam and saw all them killings and saw all how white folks was over there trying to kill every Viet Cong they knew and all that death, then he started to retract and start to think differently. And then when he finally was able to get home after he took all his buddies' beer, they sent him on a plane with a whole bunch of caskets and shit. And then when he got home, he had to check everybody and be like, it ain't what you think it is. We ain't saving the world. Man, y'all white folks ain't never saved the world. As Dr. John Henry Clark said, everywhere the dominant society has went, they have destroyed it. They fucked it up. So I don't want to hear it. I highly advise to go get The Pentagon Papers by Daniel Ellsberg. Go get that book. Go watch the movie The Post with Meryl Streep. Very, very good movie. Go watch these movies, man. This is history. This is what you need to know about our good United States of America Incorporated. But anyway, man, I'm glad that sister was found. Shout out to Carlee Russell's family. I'm glad that she was found safe and sound. It seems like a setup, like somebody put that baby out there to kind of kidnap her. They probably tried to hold her for ransom. We don't know what happened. All I know is I'm glad the sister is safe and we don't have to turn this into a RIP situation. But hey, man, I got nothing but love for everybody out there. You know what it is, you know what it ain't. I'm over my time by about 5 minutes. Shout out to everybody. Go check out this story. Her name is Carlee Russell. Go check it out. And let me know what you think, man. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.